bet that you would love to turbocharge your life. I want that too. But like you, sometimes my life feels anything but charged up. I feel like I'm traveling forward in kind of low gear. Like if you think of yourself in a car, I'm in low gear and my engine is struggling to help me even move an inch. Do you know what I mean? When that happens, it's hard to do anything at all. But I learned something a few years ago that really helped me kick charge my engine into high gear. So that's what I want to talk to you about today, is the secret to turbocharging your life. So back in 2017, I went back to get recertified as a high performance coach. So a lot of you know that I am a high performance coach. I certified the first time in 2015. And the thing is, every time you go back, you get more sessions. So I started out with the 12 core sessions, and then I was given the 12 charge sessions. And since then, I've received 24 more sessions. That's all there are right now. 48. Anyway, I got these 12 new sessions, and they were called the charge sessions, and they were based on Brendon Burchard's book, The Charge. Now, at that point in my life, I was feeling like my battery was just about drained. It was hard to find the energy, the excitement, the passion, the enthusiasm for just about anything, for making positive changes that I knew I needed to make, just anything. Just the basics, getting up when I said I would get up. But after I got these sessions and I started coaching on them, I also started applying the principles of this human drives framework to myself. And my creativity, my inspiration, my motivation, my passion, my sense of purpose, my enthusiasm, my level of energy increased like 50% or more. And when I coached my clients, they had the same exact results. So now, I was thinking about this today because I'm just about to start in March 2021 to start for the second time around the charge sessions in my Inspired Creator community. So the people who are in there, they're done with the 12 core sessions, and now we're starting the charge sessions, which anyone can start at any time, but I'm super excited about it because I just know the difference it made in my life to do these sessions. So anyway, so how do you actually apply this human drives framework? It consists of 10 human drives. And when you engage any of these drives or all of these drives, you actually charge up your life. You engage them in every area of your life, or even just in one area, but relationships, health, career, hobbies. And when you do, you find yourself firing on all cylinders. All cylinders. I'm trying to use all these car analogies. On all cylinders. You're going to fire on all cylinders, and you're going to connect with your purpose as well. And I really believe that you're going to express on a soul level. So I go as far as saying that when you engage these drives, you live a life that feeds your soul. After all, your soul wants you to express these drives, right? And when you do that, the quality of your life changes dramatically. You begin thriving rather than surviving, and you find yourself living meaningfully, enthusiastically, and purposefully. So let's talk a little bit about each one of these drives and how it can impact your life. So I'm just going to do a real quick overview, okay? If you want to know more, then, or you would like to discover more about them, then please click on the link above and join the Inspired Creator community. Anyway, so let's go through these. Control. Control is the first drive, and the more you engage the drive for positive control, the more you kind of take the reins of your life. And I know everybody talks about how we don't want to be controlling, right? We don't want to be control freaks, and for sure, controlling too many things is not a good thing. But it's a good thing to learn how to control the things that are within your control and that are worth controlling. So you want to control the things that make you happier, more alive, enthusiastic, fulfilled, right? And to do that no matter what's going on around you. So we're talking here really about controlling your mindset, your behavior, your level of fulfillment, how you're showing up, your degree of happiness. These are things that are definitely worth controlling. The second drive is competence. Now, the more competent you feel about any area of your life, the more confidence you feel. So this is, we want to engage the drive for competence at a higher level in order to feel more confident, self-confident, confident in any way, shape, or form. And that allows you to do pretty much anything you put your mind to. So, we talk about getting out of your comfort zone, and that is really part of this, right? That the more confidence you have, the more confidence you possess, the more you can get out of your comfort zone. And it goes both ways. We call it the competence-confidence loop, but the more competence you have, the more confidence you have, and then the more confidence you have, actually, the higher level of competence you can achieve. Okay, the third drive is congruence. Congruence. When you stop hiding your authentic self from the world and you allow yourself to really understand who you are, to let other people know who you are, to align with that inner you, the real you, then in my mind, everything changes. For many years, congruence has been my word. That is one of my in high performance work, we choose words, and it's been one of my success words and my just really top of the list of who I want to be. I want to be someone who's congruent. So the more you are congruent, the more you're aligning your outer self with your inner self, and that affects every aspect of life, and it affects how people perceive you and how you feel about yourself. Okay, number 4 is caring. When you connect with your drive to care for others, you're going to approach every task from a place of love and compassion and contribution and service. The more you care for others, the more people are drawn to you, and the bigger difference you can make in the world. Now, it's often said that love is kind of the strongest force in the world. Caring expresses love, and we all want to feel love. Number 5 is connection. Human beings are built on connection. I mean, think about the studies that were done with babies who didn't get to connect with humans. They died in the end. So, even as older humans, I won't talk about how old I am, but we feel the effect of lack of connection as well. And, during the COVID-19 pandemic, this has become it's become more, I can't think of the word I want, more obvious how much we need connection. We have a lot of teens who have been committing suicide because they are not allowed to go to school and connect with their friends, in any way, except via Zoom or whatever, or chat, or Snapchat. So they're feeling that lack of connection, and they're having a hard time coping with life because they're not feeling connected. So when we engage the drive for connection, we grow and we thrive. And so super, super important to feel connected to others. Drive number 6 is change. Change. You may have mixed feelings about change, but when you engage this drive, you feel more inspired and more alive than before. You feel motivated, you have more energy, you're more creative. Personal and spiritual growth are about change, about stepping into your best or your highest self so you can achieve your potential and fulfill your purpose. If you aren't changing, we're told you're dying. Right? So you think of a plant, it's either growing or it's dying. So we want to be growing, and that takes change. Number 7 in the Human Drives framework is challenge. And to activate this drive, you need to really challenge yourself to do something new or different, to move out of that comfort zone that I've talked about. And when you do, you require more of yourself, right? And the challenge makes you feel more alive. Lack of challenge is going to lead to boredom, complacency, stagnation, a life that's far from fully lived, right? It's very different from the challenged life. So if you want to live more fully, feel like you're doing so, then challenge yourself to stretch and to grow. You're going to then experience excitement and satisfaction in pushing past your limits. Number 8 is creative expression. Creative expression. So we're all born with a drive to express ourselves creatively. And when we each have unique gifts, and you may not think you're creative, but on some level you are. And there's so many different ways of being creative. Problem solving is creative. Of course, writing and artwork, that's creative, but you could be creating beautiful landscapes or designing homes or doing beautiful embroidery or baking. All of these are creative expressions. So we all have this creative drive. And I really believe that it goes beyond just having a talent or an interest. I think your soul kind of calls out for you to express in this manner, and the more you do, the more connected you feel to your true essence. It goes along kind of with congruence. Okay, the 9th human drive is contribution, and I've kind of touched on this, but you have an inherent drive to contribute, and the more you activate this particular drive for contribution, the more focused you become on service to others, and that's a caring act, of course. But we know in spiritual circles that there's the law of reciprocity. And it's a spiritual principle that explains that when you give, you also receive. And it's kind of a flow, right? And we don't want to be giving to receive, to get, but it's just how it works. And so when you give unconditionally from the heart with caring, you will receive. But in terms of contribution, your soul, your very nature, is guiding you to be of service to others. And when you do, you make a positive difference in the world, and that gives your life meaning. It may very well also fulfill your purpose. So really important human drive. And the 10th one is consciousness. And this human drive pushes you to go deeper, to be more present, to understand yourself and others. You're going to tap into wisdom, that you can access, inner wisdom that you can use in your personal or professional life. There's a transformative quality to consciousness. It's we want to be more aware, be more mindful, and experience this inner and outer guidance, as well as a new perspective on human experience. So we are spiritual beings having a human experience. Or souls in a human body. And so when we raise our consciousness, we become more aware of that, and we experience life differently. Raising our consciousness also changes our vibration, and that affects everyone around us and ourselves, our lives, the world. And so consciousness, I think that we come into the world wanting to constantly raise our consciousness. I think we come into this world and we forget who we are, that we are spiritual beings. And so raising our consciousness changes that. So when you engage these drives, everything changes for you. And I want to encourage you or challenge you, one of the drives, to use the rest of the year to engage one drive per month. So I'm recording this in February, and we're almost in the middle of February, so you have another 10 months, and you could engage a drive a month. Or if you want to speed things up, you could engage a drive every, two or three of these a month. You could also do all of the drives in 1 month if you wanted to, but do think about taking this on as a challenge to actually supercharge your life, turbocharge your life and yourself by engaging these drives on a very in an intentional way. So what you can do is, I would suggest, is that you start right now and you rank yourself. How charged up are you? Is your battery dead, or is it, are you operating on all cylinders? Then, if you rank yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, which is, supercharged, and number 1 being dead battery, then you can start engaging these drives and then see where you are in a month, or where you are in 6 months, right? Or in 10 months. But if you keep your focus, your attention on engaging the drives, you will begin to supercharge your life. You're going to find it possible to move forward faster towards your goals in every life arena. faster than I think you'll think possible right now, and you're going to find yourself expressing your soul. I really think that's true, that you're going to take actions that are on purpose for you, and you're going to make more significant impact in the world with friends, family, and your community in the world, and you will be really expressing from a soul level, because these drives are the human drives, and you are a human being, you are a soul in this body, and the more you express these drives, the more you show up fully. So that's what I would desire for you and for me, and I know this has made a huge difference in my life and the lives of my clients. So that's your challenge, okay? I will leave you with that. So if you don't know who I am, I'm Nina Amir. I'm the Inspiration to Creation Coach. I am a high performance coach, as I mentioned. I'm also an author coach. And I help people get from where they are to where they want to go without anything getting in the way. And the thing that typically gets them in the way is themselves. It's you. And so I try to get you out of the way. And by that I mean what's going on up here. So we have to actually show up differently, and we have to think differently in order to create what we want, to be the powerful creators that we are. And that's what I love doing, is helping people step into that, into their power as creators, because I do believe we can create whatever we want. But if we're thinking things, I keep hitting my table, if we're thinking things that aren't supportive, that that block us from creating what we want, then our creative power is blocked as well. So if any of that is of interest to you, please click above and consider joining the Inspired Creator Community, where I offer certified high performance coaching as well as inspired results coaching. So that means that you're getting the best in the world class personal development or personal growth. That's the high performance coaching. And you are getting training and coaching in ancient wisdom, in mysticism, in spirituality, and all the woo-woo stuff. Now, if you're a writer and you are following me, please know that I have integrated the Nonfiction Writers University at the master's level, where the members were getting high performance coaching and entrepreneurship training and a bunch of other things. I've integrated that into the Inspired Creator Community. So it is the place to go to feed your soul no matter what. Whether you want to write and make a difference that way, whether you have other ways of expressing your creativity and your contribution. But if you know that you want to make a difference, if you want to live a meaningful, purposeful life, and you want to work on yourself from a personal and spiritual growth perspective, so that you do get out of your way and you become that powerful creator and you create the life you want and you step into being the person you know you can be, then join the Inspired Creator Community and discover how to do all those things. It's time, is it not, to step into your best self and to create the life you deserve to live. That is it for today. Until I talk to you next time, go out there and achieve more inspired results.